right now we're talking about Denver sports, and we are just going to give you kind of an update, right? This is what I love to do. I was actually at the Nuggets game the other night, and the Nuggets game was literally chaos, right? The intensity, there was not a lot of Clippers fans because I don't think they exist. But it was absolutely incredible, and something that I would suggest that each and every one of you, if you're new to Denver, you're not, you love sports, go to a playoff game, even if you don't know what offsides is or whatever in hockey, or you don't know what a three-pointer is in basketball. Go to a playoff game, super cool. Everybody was ready to roll. The Nuggets lost that game, but we're gonna dive into all that. We're gonna talk Avalanche, Nuggets, Broncos. We'll mention the other team, but very, very briefly. So stick with me through that segment. If you're new here, I'm Jeremy Kane, a real estate agent here in Colorado. I help people buy and sell homes. I've helped many, many people do that. Many sports lovers finding those man caves or woman caves, putting that memorabilia up on the wall. And that's one of the things I love to do. So if that's you love sports, reach out, we can connect. I can find you the very best place to put multiple TVs so you can keep up with all of this action. With that said, April is absolutely chaotic month in Denver sports. It's truly the only month where all four major sports teams have relevancy outside of the Rockies, but they are playing regular season games. So we have to, talk about that. But let's talk first about the Nuggets. Like I said, Ball Arena was absolutely insane on Monday night when I went. It's going to be insane tonight for the Avalanche. Shout out to all those people that are switching out the ice and the floor and all those things as we go and work through that. But great time to be a Denver sports fan across the board. When the Nuggets and Avalanche are in the playoffs, the Rockies are just starting their season. The weather's getting better, so you can at least enjoy the weather because the baseball's rough. And then you have the Broncos draft, right? The Broncos draft is Thursday. So we're going to talk about all that. Let's start with the Nuggets. Tied 1-1 with the Clippers in the first round. They're the 4 seed. Had home court advantage. Dropped a game at home. Technically, the Clippers have home court advantage now. We'll see how that goes. That's been an absolutely insane series. Jokic went bananas with a triple-double overtime win. Old Russell Westbrook drained a 3 on his former team and good buddies Harden and those guys to seal the deal on Saturday. And then the game that I was at on Monday, the Nuggets dropped that one. Kawhi Leonard went crazy. They got to find a way to keep him outside of the lines, the middle of the floor, force him to the edges, make him take tough shots. He has a high release, and he's an absolute stud. You got Harden, but we got our guys. We got Joker and Murray's playing better. Porter Jr., if he could hit a couple threes and rebound, that would be awesome. As I witnessed in person, the dribbling is a little rough. But the real story about the Nuggets is they actually fired their coach, Mike Malone, who won an NBA championship not too long ago, 3 days before the playoffs. So David Adelman stepped in. He's the son of a head coach. The Nuggets have won. They won their last 3, and then they won the first playoff game. So a little bit of change in culture, shake up the locker room a little bit. Seems to be an okay move, although it seems crazy to fire your head coach. But they did keep the other 14 coaches in line. They just moved one up. So one guy might have to do double duty on the shot chart or something. Not sure what they do all there, but absolutely exciting time to be a Nuggets fan, and really excited to kind of see how they progress through the playoffs. I'm thinking they got a chance. They're kind of a dark horse, didn't have the greatest regular season, had a lot of injuries, but they're full go, healthy. MPJ got a little shoulder thing, but I think he was more upset that his pass didn't go where it should. But here we are. Go Nuggets, right? Let's move on to the Avalanche. Series tied 1-1 with Dallas. The Dallas Stars, absolutely incredible team, have 2 major injuries that seem to be a big deal. Their head defenseman, which if you have any recollection of hockey, dealing with Nathan McKinnon at any sort of time is a rough deal. So your number 1 D-man being out, and their number 1 scorer got hurt in game 82. The ice was a little rough in Dallas. It's known for that. Temperatures get hot. It's hard to keep things cold. That's kind of the deal, right? OT thriller. The Avalanche lost. Truth is, their goalie stood on his head, Ottinger, in the first period, from my understanding, because I was at the Nuggets game. Seems that they try and keep the LA teams kind of on every other games and those kind of things. I see the Avalanche as I saw that they're the number one favorite to win the Cup. Made some absolutely massive trades moving in, have, a ton of players that weren't with us. In fact, the most key one that we lost is Mikko Rantanen, and he happens to be on Dallas. He went to Carolina, and then they traded him to Dallas, signed a big contract there. Unfortunately for him, Nathan MacKinnon does not play on the Stars, so his offensive efficiency has gone down. So keep an eye on that. It's a big one. Familiar face. Loved Mikko, loved what he did here, but now he's part of the enemy. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm talking Avs Cup, probably over Nuggets NBA Finals Championship, but you never know. When you have the best player in the world, which we have on both of those teams, being Nikola Jokic and Nathan MacKinnon, you always got a shot. So stay tuned. If you have never been to a hockey game, playoff hockey is absolutely insane. But like Ant-Man said the other night, right? Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves was asked about the Lakers and playing at, crypto and where they play currently. He said, doesn't faze me. I've played in Denver. So that's a compliment from Anthony Edwards, who seems to play really well against the Nuggets. So we'll see how that goes. For the Nuggets, we got OKC likely in the second round. For the Avalanche, we're likely headed to Winnipeg, but they do have a pretty good series going up there. So stay tuned for that. I might mention it on some. The quarterly sports reports only allow me to do this, but hopefully we're talking Stanley Cup and NBA Finals Twins in Colorado here come June. So we'll keep you up to date. Now let's talk about the Broncos, right? The Broncos are Denver. Everyone loves the Broncos, unless you're a Raiders fan, which then you should probably end this right now. Just hit that little X and we'll get rolling. But Broncos pick number 20th currently, 51st in the second round, 85th in the third round, 122nd and 191st in the draft currently. Lots of talks about trading up and doing the things. But as we kind of step into this and see it, we're looking at finding some offensive weapons. Hopefully we get the Mecca Buka from the Buckeyes. If you know me, I'm a huge Buckeye fan. But we're talking a lot of running backs, right? We're talking Alvin Gentry, maybe Travion Henderson. I've seen a lot of running backs in different, draft boards, seeing that the Broncos are taking a running back, regardless of who it is, at 20. There's been some rumors about them trading up, maybe trying to get Travis Hunter, which is a CU boy. Not a huge CU fan, but they did retire their numbers, so they must be ready for the NFL. Just kidding. But Travis Hunter is an absolute stud and would be a weapon for the offense, for sure. Also plays both sides. He's better for the Broncos suited as an offensive receiver playmaker. But we'll see how that goes. The draft is always fun. They've really done a good job making it an event, and that starts Thursday night and goes through Saturday. But yeah, let's go Broncos. Let's make some moves. Certainly have made some amazing offseason moves, bringing in Evan Ingram, the linebacker, and the starting safety from the San Francisco defense, and we should be ready to roll. All right, we'll finish it out with the Rockies. The Rockies played an entire weekend series recently and didn't score a run. They've won 3 games last checked, maybe 4. The truth is, Coors Field's an amazing place to watch a baseball game, but if you care about the Rockies, please do not support that. They do not make the moves. They do not spend the money. They do not do much. So, amazing place to go watch a baseball game if you're rooting for the other team. But I have decided that I'm not going to go to any Rockies games until there is some attempt to put a good team on the field. So, as you can see, April is different. The weather is getting better. The current sports scene is absolutely insane, but regardless of when you're watching this, get to the game, reach out. I might be there. I'd love to connect with you. And who knows, I might even buy you a drink or something. So hope that helps. Let's go Avs. Let's go Rockies. Let's go Nuggets. And let's see what the Broncos can do to make for a very exciting fall here in the Mile High City. So we will see you next time on the Mile High Sports Report. If you're looking for real estate content, there's a ton below. There's a ton on this side. Like, comment, subscribe. But ultimately, if you want to be a part, or relocate to an amazing sports town, Colorado is the answer. I help people relocate here all the time. Shoot me a text, shoot me a DM, and let's absolutely crush it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.